ating combustion. We define combustion, we define fire, how are we going to maintain yung ating combustion, and also our type of combustion engine. So again, ano yung ating dalawang type ng combustion engine? And na tandaan pa ba? Let's have agenda.
Sir, ang pagkakatanda ko po ay yung internal combustion engine and external combustion engine po.
Okay, so thank you. That is correct. As we have mentioned, we have two types ng ng combustion engine. We have internal and external combustion engine. So we have also discussed yung ating classification ng internal combustion engine. So last time, we have mentioned various or different classification ng ating internal combustion engine. So we have started in classification based on, sige, can you give any classification of the internal combustion engine na na-discuss natin last time? Let's have Santos.
Ano po sir, yung pong 2-stroke tsaka po 4-stroke combustion engine.
Okay, so that is the classification based on the number of stroke. Okay, so we also have yung ating classification based on the type of ignition. So can you give those two? Yung two types natin based on the method of ignition. Motas.
Sir, ano po yung spark ignition, spark plug po, tapos combustion ignition.
Okay, so that is spark ignition engine and our compression ignition engine. Okay. So ano pa? Have you remembered other classification pa? So we have the type of fuel. Ano yung mga type ng fuel na ginagamit natin? Let's have muna si Saniano.
Diesel po, sir.
Diesel, okay. Can you give another fuel? Arena.
Gasoline po.
Gasoline, okay. Sige, other fuels pa? May maalala pa ba? Si Del Mundo.
Sir, coal po.
Ayan, coal. Okay, coal is a type of fuel but then we are not using coal in internal combustion engine. Okay? Sige, we have other ano pa din, other fuel na ginagamit pa. So it includes pa yung ating LPG. Kung naalala nyo, we have yung ating alcohol. It can be methyl, ethyl. And then we can have dual fuel also. Okay, so done with the review. So I just want you to recall always ano ba yung different classification natin ng ating internal combustion engine and also yung ating combustion engine. So now, before we proceed with the analysis ng ating mga analysis of our in combustion engine, so let's have first the thermodynamics fundamental. So i-review lang muna natin and then tomorrow we will have the discussion on how are we going to identify this naman on our internal combustion engine. Okay, so thermodynamic fundamentals, a rough summary of thermodynamic fundamentals seems appropriate at the beginning of a new application of the general theory. So instead of recourse to as you may know, we should also only consider systems such that their equilibrium states are just characterized by energy, volume, amount of each chemical species. So for such a system, in such states, the traditional, okay, so we have the laws of thermodynamics. So naalala pa ba yung ating laws of thermodynamics? Nakuha niyo na pala yung module nyo or hindi pa?
Hindi pa po, sir.
Okay, so I have included this naman on our lecture notes. Okay. So for the laws of thermodynamics, so na familiar pa dito sa ating apat na laws? We have the zeroth law, first law, second law, and third law. Alala pa? Okay, so can you give a simple definition lang? Kung ano lang yung naalala. So it's okay naman. It's okay naman kasi we are trying to review So you should have the basic knowledge then if familiar nga kayo dun sa ating mga laws of thermodynamics. So, Agila, can you define or explain ano ba yung ating zeroth law of thermodynamics?
Ang zeroth law po ay if two systems are each in thermal equilibrium, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other.
Okay, so that is correct. Our zeroth law of thermodynamics is also known as the thermal equilibrium. That the law of thermal equilibrium, meaning if body A is in thermal equilibrium with body B and body B is in thermal equilibrium with body C, meaning yung C natin and A natin, body C and body A is also in thermal equilibrium. So that is just the simple explanation. That is thermal equilibrium law. Okay, so thank you, Agila. Gilies, can you define and explain to us ano ba yung sinasabi ng ating first law of thermodynamics?
First law of thermodynamics po is also known as conservation of energy, which means that the energy can be converted from one form to another, but cannot be created nor destroyed.
Okay, so that is correct. Our first law of thermodynamics is the law of energy. It's almost similar to the law of energy conservation sa physics, but then we are talking about thermodynamics now. That is correct. The first law is it's also known simply as the law of energy conservation, meaning energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It only changes yung ating phase. Ano? So, in simple means, that is energy in is equals to energy out. Okay, so how about the second law? Naalala pa ba yung laman ng ating second law? Natawag ko na ba si Gilies? Siya yung sumagot, no? Let's have Alimagno.
Sir, second law po.
Second law.
Ang second law po ay states that the state of entropy of the entire universe as an isolated system will always increase over time.
Okay, so yun yung simple explanation ng ating second law of thermodynamics. Yung ating entropy of the universe always increases. So ano ba yung universe na sinasabi natin? That is the surrounding. So our second law says that wala tayong engine na 100% efficient. Meron tayong element of entropy, or as we call that is the disorder in the system. Ano? So the second law states that there is no such engine na 100% ang efficiency. There is always losses na tinatawag natin. Okay, thank you, Alimagno. And then, let's have the third law of thermodynamics. Let's have Baryon.
Third law po of thermodynamics po is entropy of a system approaches a constant as temperature po approaches absolute zero po.
Okay, so that is correct. As our temperature approaches zero, our entropy also approaches zero. Okay, so thank you. You should always remember those laws of thermodynamics, especially in analyzing our problems related to thermodynamics. And we all know that combustion engineering is very related to thermodynamics. Okay, so naalala pa naman yung ating ideal gas processes. And so what is the golden rule natin when it comes to ideal gas formulas? Ano yung hindi pwedeng mawala ng formula kapag pinag-uusapan natin ay ideal gas? Do you have any idea? Iba yun? Marion, nandito ba? Oh, so madami naman tayong ginagamit na formula, but then ano yung most commonly used kapag Ideal gas. Okay, wala ba si Barion?
Sir, kakatawag niya lang po sa akin, pero ano po yung PV equals MRT po?
Okay, so that is correct. Uh, yung ating formula na ginagamit in ideal gases is PV MRT. So bakit ba importante yung ating ideal gas processes when it comes to our combustion engineering? So later on, excuse me. Okay, so naalala pa naman yung ating naging discussion on how our combustion is happening. So, di ba, we have for example in our four-stroke combustion engine. So, uh, we have different processes wherein those processes will have different states. So, state 1 natin, yung ating intake. And then we are going to compress, meaning we are going to change our states. Kaya ma-apply natin yung ating idea ng ating ideal gas processes. Okay. So as mentioned ni Sofia, that is PV is equals to MRT. So always remember this formula. So hindi na naman yan makakalimutan basta ikaw ay ME. Okay. So we have yung ating mga basic values na ginagamit natin. So, sige, i-refresh na natin kasi medyo alam ko na nakakalimutan na din to after ng different subject kasi madami naman tayo inaaral talaga. Okay, so we have this formula PV is equals to MRT wherein yung ating R, that is the universal gas constant. But then, if we are given a specific element na gagamitin with our process. So that is equals to our R, yung ating universal gas constant mismo, that is 8.3143 joules mole per Kelvin. And then over our molecular weight. So kung ano man yung molecular weight na ginagamit ng ating system. Kung anong element yung ating gagamitin with the system. Okay, so for air, since this is the most commonly used na ginamit natin ng ating Thermo 1, so we have the R value that is 0.287 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. That is also equals to 53.34 pound force over pound mass degree Rankine. And also yung ating molecular weight ng ating air is said to be 29. So, paano naman kapag ang gagamitin natin is itong mga formulas na ito? So, itong mga amount ng molecular weight ng mga elements na to, kailangan alam nyo na yan agad. So, hindi na yan kailangan na ibibigay pa yung kanilang mga molecular weight. Dapat alam na natin yan. So, yung ating carbon, that is 12. That is the most common. And then, for our hydrogen, ang hydrogen natin, that is 1. But then, we are talking about gas. Ang hydrogen gas ay in form of 2 atoms. So, pag sinabi natin hydrogen gas, ang formula niya is H2 para ma-exist siya into gas form. So, meaning, ang molecular weight niya is 2. Since ang hydrogen is 1, and then we have 2 molecules of hydrogen, so that is 2. For oxygen naman, that is the same. Yung ating oxygen gas, that is not only oxygen. If that is oxygen gas, that is O2. So O2 natin, that is 16 times 2. So kapag sinabing oxygen gas yung ating working gas, that is 16 times 2 or 32. Same with the nitrogen. Nitrogen gas is N2. So that is 14 times 2, 28. And then pag sulfur tayo, meron tayong 32. Helium naman natin, ang helium gas is helium, just He, and that is 4. Okay? So for the specific heat naman, so we have the specific heat ratio. So tandaan natin, ang symbol natin for specific heat ratio is our K. And that is equivalent to the ratio ng ating dalawang specific heat. So we have the specific heat at constant pressure over the specific heat at constant volume. So usually ginigiven naman yung ating specific heat. Ano? So if hindi given, we have the basic values na ginagamit. For example, air, ano yung CP and CV natin? So those have values already. So i-include ko na lang din siya dun sa ating mga given muna. Okay, so we should also know na yung ating R or our gas constant, excuse me, our R is equals to our CP minus CV. Yan. So those are the values na basic na dapat alam na natin when it comes to our ideal gas processes. Okay, so let's have these 7 general equations. So familiar pa naman. Alam pa naman siya kung paano gamitin. So mostly ng students is sinasaulo yung ating mga equations. But then we should just learn kung paano titingnan yung pattern niya. May pattern kasi siya which is will result for us to easily understand yung kanyang mga formula. So let's have yung ating mga PVT relations or the pressure, volume, and temperature. Okay, so if our process is constant volume or isochoric, meaning our volume nga is constant, so di ba we have the formula of PV is equals to MRT. Okay, so if we have the same equal volume or constant yung magiging volume natin, so for state 1, we have P1V equals MRT1, and then we have P2V equals MRT1, T2, sorry. Okay, so if we have a constant volume, meaning we have P1, we have volume is equals to MRT1 over P1 and also MRT2 over P2. And then we can also already cancel yung MR kasi that is just the same values naman. So meaning our T1 P1 is equals to our T2 over P2. Okay, so just rearrange yung ating formula para maging T1 over T2 is equals to P1 over P2. Okay, so yun lang. Just hindi nyo na siya kailangang sauluhin. You just need to learn kung ano yung concept niya. Okay, so ganun din when it comes to constant pressure naman. So magiging constant naman yung pressure niya. Pag constant pressure niya, so we have P1, V1. So constant pressure, let's just make it P equals MR T1. So we have PV2 is equals to MR T1. So that is over V1, and then that is equals to MR T2 over V2. So cancel yung MR. So that is T1 V1 is equals to T2 over V2. Rearranging the formula para mag-arrive tayo dito sa ating formula. Okay, so just the same goes with the other formula, pero dito medyo maano lang yung ating, medyo matagal lang yung ating derivation dito. So just remember it naman, madali naman siyang alalahanin kapag we have isentropic process or the reversible adiabatic process. So we have T1 over T2 equals P1 over P2 raised to, this is K, no? Yung ating Y dito. So usually ginagamit natin is the K. So we can also use this Y or gamma symbol to represent that value. Okay, so ito naman, we have the change in the work naman. That is just simply yung ating ginagamit na formula na PDV. Our work is equals to PDV. Ayan. So, syempre, pag constant volume, that is already 0. Ayan. So, also, yung ating internal energy, that is just this formula, MCV delta T. And then, change in enthalpy, that is MCP delta T. So, bakit nag-0 dito? So, we have change in thermal or the temperature. We have isothermal. So, meaning, wala tayong change ng temperature, meaning that will be 0. Okay, so this is just the review naman. So you should know yung ating mga formulas na ito before we proceed with our different discussions ng ating ng ating combustion engineering. Okay, so I want you to have the sample problem. How are we going to answer? This is not yet a combustion problem, but then it is a thermodynamic problem, basic thermodynamic problem regarding the states of a combustion engine. Okay, so let's have here an internal combustion engine working on the constant volume cycle. So sinabi that we have a constant volume cycle. The pressure, volume, and temperature at the beginning of the compression are 101.325 kPa. Okay, so again, when we are going to solve problems, una nating isusulat muna is the given. So you should always have yung ating mga given or our known values. So sabi dito, the internal combustion engine working in the constant volume cycle, the pressure, volume, and temperature at the beginning of the compression. So that is our state point 1. We have our P1, pressure 1, to be 101.325 kPa, and then we have our volume 1 to be 113 liters, and then our temperature is equals to 48 degrees Celsius. So constant volume, meaning our V1 is equals to our V2. And then the ratio of compression is 10. So we have a compression ratio of 10. So ano yung symbol natin for compression ratio? That is RK. That is 10. And then during combustion at constant volume, the gas received 95 kilojoules of heat. So we have heat of 95 kilojoules. Taking compression according to the law of PV raised to 1.37 is equals to C. So, ano yung makukuha nating value in this equation? Ano yung value natin na 1.37? Anybody? Okay, De Los Santos? Ano yun?
Ay, yung N ko pala.
Okay, so that is our N equals to 1.37. So in some cases, that is also the K na tinatawag natin. Okay, so next, ano pa yung ating given? We have the constant specific heat and constant volume of, so we have the specific heat of 0.712 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. And then our constant gas constant na 0.29 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. So that is our CV, 0.712 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. And then our gas constant is equals to 0.29 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Okay, so ang hinahanap natin dito, or we have the required, yung required natin is the mass of the gas compressed. So meaning we are looking for M. Okay, so ang dami pa nung given natin, but then we are only looking for one value, which is our mass of the gas compressed. So our solution, ang dami natin given, but then we are only looking for M. So we can simply get that using what formula with this given. We have, ano yung gagamitin natin formula?
PVMRT.
Okay, so we have PVMRT. Okay, so with that, kayang-kaya na natin kunin yan with only pressure, volume, we have also the R and the temperature. So what would be the value ng ating mass of the gas compressed? May nakuha na value? May nakuha na ba si Seryosa?
Sir, sa direct substitution ko po ay 120 kilograms.
Okay, so ayan. Our answer is tama yung kay Magsino, that is 0.123 kilogram. Okay, so hindi siya pwede na direct substitution kasi yung volume natin is 113 liters. Okay, so kailangan i-convert muna natin siya into SI units or yung ating meter cube. So how are we going to convert that? So we have 113 liters. So, una muna, our volume, that is 113 liters. Conversion, anong conversion natin ng liters to meter cube? HN. Nandito ba si HN? Okay, so simply yung ating conversion is 1 meter cube natin is 1,000 liters. So cancel, we have 0.113 meter cube. And direct substitution, makukuha na natin yung answer which is 0.123 kilogram. Okay, so just a review lang naman to ng ating mga thermodynamic problems. Okay, so let's have another problem. Let's have here the compression ratio of a petrol engine working on a constant volume cycle is 8.5. So the pressure and temperature at the beginning of compression are 101.325 kPa and 40 degrees Celsius. So, and the maximum pressure of the cycle is 3,141.08 kPa. Taking the compression to follow the law of PV raised to 1.35 is equals to constant. So we are going to calculate yung ating temperature at the end of compression. Okay, so this will be your task for today, which will be recorded as your attendance. Ano? So, yung attendance natin is the index card, and then ang ibabalid ko lang to validate yung attendance, you are going to submit yung sagot ng ating problem 2 at the end ng ating meeting. Okay, so we have until 11:30 naman for today. So you can solve that in any paper that you have. Isasubmit nyo lang yung sagot nyo in our Google Classroom. So I will be assigning yung pagpapasahan nyo sa Google Classroom. Okay, paki-screenshot nung ating tanong. Okay na ba? Okay na ba? Na-screenshot na? Okay, so let's that will be your task until the end of our class. So tomorrow we are going to have naman yung ating operating characteristic of reciprocating internal combustion engine. So we are going to continue with the parts ng ating internal combustion engine so that we can apply those thermodynamic fundamentals into the internal combustion engine. But for now, let's focus first on those and on this review question. Okay, so let's have muna yung remaining attendance natin. HN, nandito ba? Okay. Arcelias.
Present po.
Dimaandal.
Present po, sir.
Salazar.
Present po, sir.
Arabia. Arabia. Rojas.
Sir, present po.
Sumadsad.
Present po.
Cruzat.
Present po.
Villena Jerome.
Present po.
Generoso.
Present po.
Perez.
Perez ano po?
Perez Kent Benedict.
Present po.
Espinili.
Present po.
Cocosa.
Present po.
Alcantara.
Present po.
Anakan.
Present po.
Katapang.
Present po.
Olave.
Present po.
Mercado.
Present po.
Pita.
Present po.
Hernandez.
Present po.
Delen.
Present po.
Aliali.
Present po, sir.
Dehan.
Present po.
Buwan.
Present po, sir.
Arpia.
Present po.
Hermoso.
Present po.
Magsino.
Present po.
Perez.
Present po.
Zalameda. Okay na si Zalameda.
Present po.
De Los Santos.
Present po. Present po.
12.
Present po.
Patulot. Alamano.
Present po, sir.
Sarabia.
Present po.
Okay. So, natawag ko na kanina si Atienza, ano? Okay. So, may hindi ba natawag? Tawag naman lahat? Okay. So, meaning walang Arabia? Parang natawag kita. Ito, sige, I will just take note of that. So, meaning present naman lahat nung may index card dito sa akin. Okay, so before we end our class, we will dismiss our class. Do you have any question? Laban tanong? Okay, so again, kindly answer this problem and you're going to submit this on our Google Classroom. Sige, if you don't have any more questions, so I will be going to dismiss you and I will be assigning this to you. Will be due until the end of our class. Again, this will be another attendance for you. Okay. So, kung wala nang tanong, you can already leave our meeting.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.